Welcome back. How to stay consistent with weight loss when motivation disappears. Now, a lot of people think when they can't stick to their weight loss plans, when they're lacking consistency, they might call themselves lazy or they might get stuck when their plan relies on high motivation. If that's you, this is the video that you want to watch. See if you can relate this. I saw it online. I started a diet, went back to the gym this week, and have already scheduled appointments with a doctor and nutritionist for next month. My biggest fear is repeating the pattern from before, starting enthusiastically and giving up halfway through. What helps you stay active even on difficult days? Ultimately, the title question was, how do you maintain discipline when motivation disappears? I'm going to break it down for you in this video so you know how to keep your motivation and lead the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance. I help business owners lose weight and feel their best without crash diets or guilt. Now, if you're struggling with this, you want a simpler way to follow through with your goals. The No Willpower Health Habit System teaches habits that work with your life instead of against it, so you don't have to rely on motivation or willpower to get the results that you want. Now, the big thing that I want to jump into is say discipline isn't about effort because you were disciplined to your current habits. Now, this is a theme I've been going over a little bit more recently on my channel, talking about this, where you already have discipline. Always, you have a system that is giving you feedback, consequences, rewards, punishments for the things that you're already doing, and it makes your current habits feel really natural, and almost automatic. And what's going on is you're trying to change to a different system, and that's what can feel like you're lacking discipline. You've already have discipline. You're just not disciplined to the new habits that you're hoping to build. So think about this. You don't just have to work hard in order to get disciplined. You can rely on effective systems in order to get feedback, rewards, and consequences for the changes that you want to make. Click like if that's something you can relate to. All right. I think I covered this a little bit here. There's already a system in place that makes your choices feel natural so they don't need motivation. Think about that for a moment and what's going on. Overall, you have practice habits that don't match your goal. The key word is being practiced, and that's repetition. That's things that you've done a lot of times, and it's become energetically easy for you to do those things over and over again. Think like Steph Curry shooting a jump shot. Like he's done that so many times that he doesn't have to look to see if the ball's going in. That's just how many times he's practiced that. And your daily habits, you probably have a similar practice where you've been doing these things for 1, 2, 3, 10 years. And you never even considered it. And so now you're bringing awareness into that process of how you've practiced habits that you want to change. And then you can understand how to practice the habits that you want now by choosing a different practice. Now, you do this in part by being intentional, but the first step here at the tactical, smaller level is building a system for accountability. What are you planning to do, and how are you going to give yourself feedback for that process? Are you going to make it so process is easier to do, or are you going to make it so your older processes are going to be harder to do? Probably a combination. This is something that I learned from my graduate certificate in positive behavior support, is now understanding that it's not just about like being hard on yourself or beating yourself up. You don't have to do any of that. You can make your new habits easier, more fun, more rewarding than your old habits. And that is a system for accountability that can help you sustain a new practice. All right. So that's the bottom when you're talking about the live aligned method that I teach. And then when you get into it, deciding what to focus on is the next step up. So the practice is like the actual doing things and getting feedback, but setting the goals, the objectives, this is the focus. And this is what I talk about when you're talking about the SMART goals, SMART objectives. They're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. When you know what you're going to do, exactly what it is, when it's going to be done by, and it's important to you, then you can do it, honestly. And then you'll have an idea of what to focus on. You'll know exactly what to focus on. It's not just an idea, it's a clear thing. So at the end of whatever period of time, you can say, did I do this or did I not do that? And then that's what gives you the accountability, because you're like, oh, I didn't do it. So what needs to be adjusted? How do I need to shift my habits or practice something new in order to satisfy what I've decided I want to focus on? And in order to decide what's relevant in the context of this whole big picture, you want to base this on your vision for how you want to live. Now, when it comes to weight loss diets and all that stuff, a lot of people will pick something that isn't relevant to them. They'll just make something up and cut out all sugars or do a 1200 calorie diet, and that's not even suitable for what they want to do. And then it takes like extra motivation because it's not what you want. So you want to base all of these things, your vision, focus, and practice on what life you want to live. And that's the question I always ask here. What does a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? And then when you think of that, you can decide what to focus on and build a practice that helps you lead that day by day and builds into the bigger picture life that you want. Now, if you don't follow that, you'll be struggling constantly, looking for motivation, fighting yourself because you're doing something that you don't even want to do. You don't know why you're doing it. You don't even really know how to do it. You just feel bad when you don't get that final step and you don't get the results that you want. So the whole standard process is all messed up. And that's why so many people get stuck. That's why I have this Fit for Freelance channel. Is what I'm trying to teach you here. This is how you stay consistent, is thinking about your vision, focus, and practice. Now, the No Willpower Health Habit System is based on that Live Aligned method, and it's pretty straightforward step-by-step guide to getting your vision, focus, and practice in order. So that way you don't have to rely on willpower and motivation. That's really what I'm talking about. So take a look at that. It's down in the description below. Let me know what you think about this video. If this helps you with consistency and motivation, how you think about discipline, and how you can lead a healthy and fulfilling life of your dreams. Next, you can watch Diet Motivation, How to Keep It When Things Get Tough. I'll put that video up here. That's today's message. As always, keep practicing. Peace.